Do you remember these used to have that pump for ketchup?
They don't have that no more. It's crazy. Cost of living crisis. Man, go in there.
Fill up bottles and take them out.
Literally. But welcome back to another episode of Classof93. As you can see, this is the first one in a different sort of location. First one on YouTube. So we hope you enjoy this video. We're trying our best out here to get it onto the production, make it come to life. And also try to do today. Hope you like our little decor, our little setup. Any people who got any tips, send them through. We'll be more than happy to listen.
Love that.
What we want to do today for this first YouTube video, we're taking it back to school, Hearty.
School?
We're taking it back to school.
Right, it's been a
minute.
15, 16
I don't know when the last time you had an assessment taking place, but today it's assessment and we will get our results.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to see today is you support Manchester United.
Yeah.
I support Arsenal. What I thought would be a good idea is for our first YouTube video is we're during international break now. Let's grade our team's season up to this point.
It's not going to be a good one for me, is it?
You're the most informed team in the league at the moment, so if you want to spin it around like that, but I'm not going to back your team for you. But I think it's right. Start with the most formed team in the Premier League right now.
Oh, you're doing
Manchester United. So let's grade. We'll be doing it from A, B, C, D, A star, whatever you want to call it. I know the kids nowadays are doing numbers.
Yeah, like 9, 8s and 7s.
I don't know what is going on.
Yeah.
We're keeping it old school, yeah? We're 30 for Class of 93, old school.
Old school.
Even though we got all this new tech and still learning how to use it.
Come on.
So, all right, Manchester United, it was a busy summer, to say the least. It started with, I'd say, the board upstairs. You don't know if people are coming and going. New owners were meant to be coming in with the Saudis, with Jim Radcliffe. Qataris. Yeah. So it was all up in the air at that stage. Even it was a public auction at one point. There was a deadline set. Yeah. This was all during you guys
a few deadlines.
A few dedeadlines. a few extenuating circumstances. Back to the school. I used that a couple of times in uni, by the way. I need an extra week. But anyway, so it was busy upstairs. It was hectic there. At the time, we knew there would be money spent regardless because investment was needed. But I'm sure United fans were kind of cautious about how much you guys would actually be willing to spend without knowing what's going on upstairs.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, if we're keeping it real and in hindsight, you did end up doing a pretty decent job. You ended up getting your one of, let's say he was your preferred centre mid, Amrabat. He may have come very late in the window. But we'll discuss his performances as well because they're not reflecting what we originally thought he would bring to the table. But in terms of, you brought in one of your key men in Amrabat, Mason Mount, another man. Johnny Evans was it ruffled a few United feathers. Some United fans were disappointed. Some were content, let's say. I don't think anyone actually was over the moon or happy about the signing.
I didn't know he was going to play this many games.
When he first came in on the trial basis, did you ever imagine him actually signing and starting for Manchester
I didn't think
United?
so. I honestly, no. I didn't think he was gonna stay. And then when when they thought they were gonna get rid of Maguire, that's what happened. They thought they were gonna get rid of Maguire, and then Varane's injury prone. So really and truly, we would have been left with Martinez and Lindelof, and that's it. Really, we don't have any others. And Varane, obviously, when he's fit. When he's fit. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I think they made that decision. He hasn't, to be fair, when he's played, he hasn't put a foot wrong. Yeah. But
an incredible assist as well at the early start of the season.
But when you look at it, we should not be resorting back to Evans. Like, as a club, if you're trying to move forward, you shouldn't be going back to get players like Evans. I understand he's doing well for us.
It wasn't even a buy.
Yeah, it's just he was a free transfer, isn't it? But it's like,
one of the best free transfers you'll get in the Premier League, though.
Yeah, but then who was his original centre-back that he wanted, but ended up not getting him? It's the one that Bayern signed.
Upamecano? Oh, no. King Min-jae.
Yeah, so that was his original signing that he wanted. Yeah. And he never got him. So again, it goes to the incompetence of our higher-ups that couldn't get in the players that the manager actually wanted. Yeah. So then that's why we had to result with Evans. In the midfield, he wanted Dion. Whether Dion wanted to come and didn't want to come, like the season before, like we ended up with panic buying who? Casemiro, 70 million, because we couldn't get the original one that he chased all summer for. And now look, that is coming to show that Casemiro isn't that person anymore. He's not the same player as he was. Maybe, I don't know, it's because we're a little bit more open, or whether his legs are going. It's just, he's not.
I think we have to, you know how I think Newcastle fans are going to look to start investigating with AC Milan in terms of the Sandro Tonali deal. Yeah. Honestly, it might be a bit tongue-in-cheek, but
he was good for us for the first year for Casemiro.
I know for the first year, but both Casemiro and Varane, the drop-offs are alarming. And the problem is, we'll get into Arsenal. Yeah, we'll speak in regards to United. When you sign, that's major part of your spine. So you've grabbed Casemiro as well as Varane. Your centre back, centre defensive mid, centre mid operating in that field. Two of those, they don't play half the time. So that affects a lot of what's going forward in terms of what Ten Hag could have done in the summer, because he would have known that these injuries are going to keep coming. Everyone could see it. Maybe not Casemiro as much, but Varane was already tilting on.
Yeah, because Casemiro last season actually had quite.
He was available most of the time, other than when he got sent off.
Suspended. Yeah, I think he got 3 red cards. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. So for me, and then who do we? So after
Mason Mount, what do you feel? How are you feeling about Mason Mount? Because when he came in, it was expected.
I'll be honest with you, I thought he was going to hit the road running.
He should have hit the ground running.
I thought he should.
And the thing is, even the whole hype about him coming, he's a Premier League star, England star, from Cobham. Chelsea did not want to let him go in the first place. But it was clear he had his heart set on United. And because he's already adapted to the Premier League, he's done well in the Premier League, he's won a Champions League.
Yeah.
You thought he would have acclimatized well to the club, because it's not even acclimatizing to the league, it's just the club.
Yeah.
But the problem is, he's struggled to get himself going, and then when he's been plucked out the side. Yeah. There's been injuries included as well, which is frustrating.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about Mount?
So his first game was against Wolves, obviously first game of the season. He got injured in that game straight away, so that didn't help. He had a good pre-season, and then just first game get injured. No player ever wants that to happen.
Yeah.
You just getting started, and so it's difficult to get yourself back into the team. Once you're back, it took him a bit of time. I feel like there was a period where United had the cup game where they played Palace, and we played Palace again in the league game on the weekend, and then there was another game. Mount, in those 3 back-to-back games, I think Mount played decent. He was getting into good positions. He's not scoring, like he's scuffing shots, he's missing, but that will come with sharpness as it was going. But he was getting himself into good positions, and he looked good. His pressing is amazing. Like the boy actually runs and can, and on the ball he's very good as well. But he got plucked out of the team, and we don't know why he got plucked out of the team. And then when he did get plucked out of the team, we don't get like an explanation from Ten Hag. And then now he just stayed on the bench now, and he just stayed there. Like he just can't. He comes on last 15 minutes, last 10 minutes. I just don't understand it. Like he's getting like players like, I know he's not a right winger, but I'm sure he can do a better job than Anthony at right wing, because Anthony at the moment is absolutely a stinker on the right. So do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Can float across the front three.
Yes, and he showed that he can do that for Chelsea, for England. He's shown he can do that.
But I think, sorry to cut you off, I think one of the issues I think I mentioned this previously in the pod, the fact he's so versatile could come back to bite him on the backside. Yeah. Because the manager thinks, I can put him there, I can put him here.
He will so you never cement one position.
And then Mount doesn't get comfortable. He doesn't acclimatise to one position and get used to the relationship. Also with United at the moment, you're struggling to build relationships on the park. Yeah. Because one thing I wanted to ask you was, you've seen Eriksen, I'm assuming, a lot more than you would have wanted or expected.
100%. Mount has been brought in to play a position very similar, we'll speak about Arsenal, as Havertz. He's come in to play as an 8 on the left-hand side. Yeah?
Yeah.
But then he's got Bruno on the right-hand side. And they were just two very, they're going to go press. They were trying to play this pressing game where they're going to press very high. That's fine, no problem. But the problem is, who was behind them? Casemiro don't have the legs. If they bypass that midfield, does not have the legs to cover all of that ground. Come on. So for me, the manager. But the thing is, what's very odd about the Mount situation is that he fought very hard to get Mount in, and he's got him in, but now he's not starting him. So in my head, I'm thinking, did you get it wrong? I think Mount can still be very good for Man United. I genuinely do think he can be very good for United, because there's a lot of players underperforming in the United team, and he should be getting ahead of them, to be fair. And it's just not happening. Ten
Hag getting it wrong is something we can maybe say a lot for the players he's brought in recently.
He might be a good coach, but I would never trust him again with another transfer. We need sporting directors in. We need people that know what they're doing.
That's the most important signing you can make this January. Yeah, a sporting director.
Yeah. So, and we're hearing if Ratcliffe does come in, he's got a few people that are going to be taking over the sporting side of United that are decent at what they do. But I don't know, man. I actually, my team's a bit of in a disarray right now. They're a bit of a disarray. However, saying all of this, with all these problems with the Glazers, with the whole Ratcliffe situation, with the Qataris, then with the Ronaldo situation, with the Greenwood situation, with the Anthony situation, like you're talking with the Sancho situation, you're talking a lot of situations, a lot of obstacles in the way.
It's a circus.
The most informed team in the league, sitting 6th in the league. I know we're not going to win the league, but just to say, like, to get 7 points off top, I understand, like, in hindsight, our performances are abysmal, yeah? So the teams that are sitting 7 points ahead of us are still playing a lot better than us. That's why they're better. They are where they are. But it hasn't been, like, it's been bad, but we've got to be realistic here. He's playing with all the injuries as well that's going on as well. He's doing as best as he can with the team that he can. Like,
I'm hoping that any manager would want to be doing the best he can, but is his best good enough?
At the moment, for United, right now, yeah, 4 games, our last 5 games, 4 wins out of 5.
All right, because
in the league we're talking about.
When we're talking, let's just say overall picture right now.
Yeah.
There is a negative cloud. There is a big dark cloud.
Yeah, because there's too many situations. That's why.
The thing is, because as you said, even to the point, if we compare it to last season, you're on exactly the same points. Just you're a place higher up. So last year you were 7th. This year you were 6th. So the thing is, you're on paper it may not seem so bad, but even including the performances on the pitch, you expect a year later into the process, Ten Hag maybe there's, as we said, a more clear philosophy. There's clarity in what United want to play, but. I'm speaking from a different perspective because I don't watch you guys week in, week out as you do, but I've seen enough to realise there isn't a constant pattern of play which I could align with Manchester United. So if you ask me, what do Manchester United do? What do they aim to do? What is their motive in a game? What are their tactics? I couldn't tell you. I could maybe give you an idea of what they want to achieve, but what they're actually doing is 2 separate things.
I hear you, but I think we had this conversation as well before, and I might disgrunt to some United fans as well. But United, even under Ferguson, and people may say that I'm stupid, but we've never had a style of play. And hold on, I know you're going to say wingers bombing down the wing, etc., I don't know, whatever. No, but wait, but you're saying wingers that Ferguson was very good at looking at the opposition and then saying, do you know what, we're going to play like this and we're going to win the game like this. So we never actually had one set.
No, but you were attacking, and I've brought this up before. I'd say 70 to 80% of your play was based on the wings. Gary Neville, Beckham became the most legendary combination.
So when Beckham was there, so when Beckham went, it was Ronaldo.
It was Ronaldo, exciting player on the wing.
But Ronaldo,
Nani on the other side. But there was always movement.
Movement.
Antonio Valencia, movement.
But I don't think that's a style of play.
Your style of play was based off wingers crossing it into the box, whipping balls in.
That's what I was going to say. The only thing is
attacking at your strike. Also, the thing with United was you had a front forward line of Rooney, Tevez.
That's what I was coming from. We always United's best thing that
choose how you play.
United was the best thing for United is that we always used to have at least 3 to 4 strikers that are very good finishers.
Yeah,
that used to finish their dinner whatever chance come their way. They're putting the ball in the back of the net. That's what we had, and that's what we were good at. Yeah, but. If you're telling me we've never been a passing team, yeah, we've never been that. So for people to say pattern, that takes a long time to implement now.
Ange Postecoglou did it in about 2-3 games.
Yeah, but look what's happening to him now.
Okay, first 2 back to.
Are we gonna go?
But it's still a style. Even when they're 9 men, you know what their aim is to do, and we saw it with that ridiculous high line.
But then how naive was it? How naive was
of course.
So really and truly, like, you can't win like that all the time. It won't work. Yeah. You've got to be smart. You've got to understand. Like I said, Ferguson would in that situation would have said, you know what, we ain't gonna win if we go toe to toe with them. 9 men. We're gonna. Do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna sit back. We're gonna relax, and we're gonna now pick them off. Try to pick them off.
Yeah.
That's how. That's what he should have done. Ange thought, oh, the game's lost. Wait, the game wasn't lost. They were level on terms of that in that game. So for them to just do that is a bit naive for me. I understand wing play. All right, cool. If you want to say a style of play, all right, United had a bit of wing play to it. All right, then our wingers are terrible then. Because Rashford, all it is, everything is inverted right now.
Yeah.
Everything is inverted. Rashford wants to come inside. Anthony wants to come inside. And everyone is looking, you know, the selfish thing. They're trying to get the goal. Bro, you got a striker that has good movement now inside the box. Go wide then and cross it. Go wide and cross it. And that's what you're saying. That's the style.
Hoyland has that movement.
He has. He's got great movement. He knows where to be in the box.
He is a fox in the box.
So obviously it hasn't worked for him yet at the moment in the
Champions League top scorer.
So maybe we do need to go back to the wing play, our style of play, yeah, and actually go wide and cross the ball in for them. But we don't do that. We don't do it enough.
Because the problem is, when I say that, because I know a couple weeks ago, it's spoken about a lot, when you guys lost a game, Ten Hag came out and was asked, would you ever be able to play like how you did at Ajax? And he said, we haven't got the players to do that.
Yeah.
But there's a massive problem with that, my bro.
Yeah.
He bought half the players from the Dutch league.
Yeah.
And that Dutch league, including Ajax, the philosophy is control the game, control the ball, dictate play.
Okay.
Slow, methodical approach.
Okay.
Exciting football.
Okay.
There's a variant.
So
I'm not seeing any of
you know
that.
how you said half the team is that? Can you name these players for me, please?
The players that he's bought?
Yeah, as in like, because you said after that interview, I know what interview you're talking about. That about when they asked him about what is your style play, he goes, I can't play like Ajax do.
Yeah.
Tell me what players were played that game, because Martinez was out. That's a big part of that.
True.
A big part of United playing the ball on the ground.
But why would he say he can't do it? He hasn't got the players.
He doesn't. Available. He's talking about as in the players available to him. So like Shaw's a big part of that for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say Casemiro is a big part of that.
The middle of the park is Ten Hag's.
It's an issue. But that's why I said I wouldn't trust him with signings anymore, because in the middle of the park, that's where I think we're most crisis at as well.
Mm.
I think Eriksen has the right attributes to go forward with the ball, yeah. But then when it comes to the other side, being able to press or being able to track runners or having the defensive IQ to be to know where to be, he ain't got that. So when he ain't got that, that's why it's always chop and shave. I think McTominay, yeah, athletic in the box, but I just don't think he has IQ as a football player. It's poor. It's really poor. He might be able to strike a ball clean and score a goal here and there, but his IQ as a football player is not good at all.
He just wants to run.
Shies away from the ball, especially if you're playing a centre mid. You should always want the ball. Should always be comfortable on the ball. I don't know whether it's United as a whole, confidence-wise, we're very low. So then that's why we're playing like how we're playing. But he always shies away from the ball. Never wants it. Never demands it.
Yeah.
So that's it. So I wouldn't trust Ten Hag with another transfer kitty. I would wait until we get sporting directors and stuff like that in and let them find us players that can actually play his system that he wants to play.
Yeah.
And that's when you can judge Ten Hag, where's the style of play now? Because you want the system. We found you the players for the system. Why are you not playing the system? So that's when you can start judging him properly for that. We need to get rid of a lot of. We've still got players from Van Gaal era. Yeah. We've still got players from Mourinho era. We've still got players from Oli. So do you understand? So Ten Hag right now is embedding a team with 4 different coaches, players, 3 to 4 different.
When you frame it like that, it's quite bad. That's just upstairs having an absolute mare.
And that's where I praise Chelsea, where they're able to shift players on very quickly. So like you're not working goodbye.
See ya.
You know what I'm trying to say? There's no love lost between them. They know how to get rid of players.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they done an overhaul. Whether people agree with the overhaul they done or not, but you can see there's an idea of what that owner wanted to do, bring in the young stars and build as a team. And then I feel like, and they will get it right. I genuinely believe they will get it right with some of their players, not all of them, but they will get it right. That's where United have a problem. United can't shift on players. So, like, Maguire was having a horrendous season last year. Mistakes and everything like that. Left, right and centre.
Now he's more important than Varane.
That's what I was going to say. Couldn't shift him on. And now he's become one of our better defenders.
An integral cog in the system.
But then that's what I'm trying to say. We can't resort back to these things. Like,
and Maguire is amazing to watch. Because he can be a rock at the back now, currently. He's doing all right at the back. Mm-hmm. But also he's adopted, as you just said, going back to old ways, he's adopted the Marouane Fellaini role of the past. Okay, we're down with 10 minutes to go, chuck him up. And more often than not, he's winning the second balls, he's getting the headers, he's grabbed an assist from when a ball's been lobbed into the box, last minute winner, I think for McTominay. Yeah. One thing I want to do on a touch on it though is, it apparently is all negative, doom and gloom at United right now. Mm-hmm. But, as we've spoken about before, you guys have picked up 12 points from the past 5 games, most informed team in the league. However, you've scored 13, conceded 16. So there's 2 pitches at the moment with United, but that must bode well because that means you still got a lot to improve on. And because there is a lot more to work on.
Of course.
You still do have January to come. Yeah. That means you can get rid of some deadwood, hopefully, for you guys and bring in some new players. Yeah. Just shake things up a little bit because maybe that means you can get rid of the Sanchos, the Antonys. Mm-hmm. With Anthony, do you think are you happy to see him go now? Do you give him extra time alone and bring him back? What is your thoughts?
Cut your losses.
Cut your losses.
Cut your losses and get rid of him. And with Sancho, cut your losses and get rid of him. That's it.
You'll be lucky to get 50 for both, by the way it's looking.
I'll be more than happy. I'll be more than happy. Buy one, get one free. Buy one, get out one free. Do you know what? We'll throw in Varane and Casemiro there as well. See you later.
Black Friday,
bro. Cyber Monday. Everything, bro. Come on.
Even to installment plans, you guys just take them off us.
Klarna 0.64. I don't care, bro. Just
no credit checks needed.
No, that's it. Don't worry about it, boys. Do you know what? It's on Yas. Take them all.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Do you know what it is? No, a kidding aside, though.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. It isn't. But we won't be able to get rid of them in January. I don't think these are players on big wages, yeah. And this is all due to our higher ups again, giving them these wages, and it's hard. Like even like the whole. Why did Maguire not leave to go to West Ham?
Wages.
Yeah, because what were they offering? I think he was on 100 and something at United.
Sorry to cut you though. Yeah. Them sort of situations though, I understand. I back the play, not back the player necessarily.
Yeah, because the club gave you that contract. Yeah, the players gave.
I'm staying here.
But then I
was captain. You chose me. To be fair, I didn't choose myself.
Maguire turned his career. Not turned his career. He's playing a lot better right now. You know what I'm trying to say? So now everything's gone quiet on him now. So that's why no one really cares. But for some players like Sancho, he's on 350. So what, is he going to sit there for another 4 years on 350 and not play a game, stay in the academy without apologising? Let's say Ten Hag actually sorts this mess out at United, yeah, that everyone says and actually starts to play good football, and United start to do better. Yeah, let's just say that. Is Sancho going to sit now with the academy for 4 years and earn 350k or whatever it is, 300, 250?
That's definitely not happening. It's impossible.
But how do you shift him on?
You might have to do what Arsenal did with Pepe and just pay them off the rest of the contract and say see you later, mate.
So then that means he's still going to get his whole wages up front.
I think that when it's, for example, if you pay off your contract on a car, phone, whatever,
yeah.
It's not.
It's because of the interest. So basically, if say for instance the 4 years remaining is let's say 100 million, they say, do you know what? We'll give you 70 million. Just
leave
go
us
now.
alone. Just leave.
I feel like that's a bit difficult to do.
Send him on loan back to Germany.
Yeah.
Get him back in Dortmund colours. Hopefully grab a couple goals.
Dortmund don't want him.
Dortmund not interested either.
Yeah, do you remember Dortmund said that we don't need the discipline? Yeah, as well.
It's funny how all these stories about his attitude came out once he signed for United. It goes back to the vetting process. You guys have to vet.
Vet plays better. Yeah, 100%. But the only team right now that I know, that are very close, or not close, but apparently representatives have come to London because our offices are in London apparently. But Juventus have now, they're the ones that want him, but Juventus want him on loan.
Sancho.
Yeah, they want him on loan though. They don't want him. They don't.
That's Spartans.
I think just sell him to Saudi, bro. Give him 25 million. Come take him, bro. Wallah, take him.
Who would have thought Lingard and Jadon Sancho out in Saudi?
Lingard didn't even get the team, bro. He didn't get it.
He got told come back in January.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try to wrap this video up for this one.
Yeah.
What were your expectations going into the season? First of all,
going into
the season, following the fact you were top 4 and a League Cup victory.
I'm not going to backtrack because remember what I said to you in the beginning.
We're going to win the league.
I said
year.
That
came out word for word, and I have it on audio for proof.
Do you know what? I'm sorry.
Shame.
So do you know what it is? I thought with the signings and everything, I thought United maybe be able to push to have a season like Arsenal had last year. Maybe not win the league, but second place. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, fair enough.
So I was thinking maybe push whoever it is that's first, go maybe to the wire, maybe just before the wire. So like last 5 games, if it ran away from us, I thought that maybe that's what our season would have been. But bro, because of injuries, because of everything, obviously for whatever reasons, it's not happened. Yeah. If you're asking me what my expectations are now, I'll take top 4, and because you can't win the league, I don't think we're nowhere near good enough to win the league. I'll take top 4 and get back into the Champions League again, and that's it, innit? FA Cup, try go for an FA Cup. I don't know what can you do. You have to try go all the way with your FA Cup. You have to prioritize that because you're not going to win the league. So a Champions League, like I said to you, I feel like even though if we beat Gala, I think we're out. I think we're gonna get knocked out of the Champions League. So go for FA Cup. If we end up getting knocked out of the Champions League and going into Europa, I'd say you have to go hard for the Europa League as well because a trophy's a trophy.
Say it comes to February, you've been knocked out of the Champions League, you're not in Europe, and it comes to February, and it's looking like there's a possible chance
Mhm.
you may not even get the top 5, because we all
Mhm.
know this year top 5
Mm.
almost guarantees you a Champions League spot.
Mhm, mhm.
Would you want to get rid of Ten Hag and maybe grab a manager interim to push you to try and get into the top 4?
Nah.
Or you're just, let's see it out until at least to the end of the
Yeah,
season?
yeah. Give him the.
Let's not have a Ryan Giggs, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer part 2.
Because do you know why I say that I don't want that? Because it's the same old cycle every single time, my bro. We sack a manager, we bring another manager. It's all good for the first
New philosophy.
8 months, 9 months, maybe even longer. And then it just same thing happens. The media get onto the manager, he ends up getting sacked, and then we go again. It's the same old thing.
Yeah.
And I've had enough of it. Bro, you might as well keep this manager and see what you can do. Give him a few years with this team. I know I said I would give him until the end of the summer.
Okay.
Yeah? And then if he gets top 4, he stays. If he don't get top 4, then get rid of him. Because that's you got to make the best out of this situation you're in right now.
Yeah.
And the best situation is to get top 4. That's it. And you're fighting against good clubs as well to get there.
And the cup competitions are a good way for you to maybe earn some silverware.
Yeah, but we're out of the League Cup now, so it's the FA Cup. Yeah.
Europa League, if you will be in that,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with the Champions League.
Yeah,
you never know. The group is it's a poor group.
Yeah, but
it should be. You should be out now.
Yeah.
But because it's such a poor group, you still have that. It's not even a smither. It's a decent chance. Is it not in your hands or?
Technically speaking, it is. If we beat Bayern and we beat Galatasaray,
it's not in their hands. It's not in their hands.
Yeah. So, but then would you always say to me, they're not going to play their strongest team?
Yeah,
so you
true,
never know what's going to happen. But
Kane will be on vacation by that point.
But to be fair, when we played them in their ground, the Allianz, what was the score? It finished 5-4, innit?
Onana and a couple of defensive reasons.
Yeah. 5-4, 4-3. We lost something like that. So,
the all important question, and Sahib. We're going back to school. It's parents' evening. What are you giving United? What are you grading your club?
You know, your son is a lovely son, yeah, but he's just a little bit chatty, disrupts the classes a little bit, always releasing statements, etc.
Always releasing statements. We didn't even speak about the amount of statements, close to the amount of goals you guys have.
Yeah, so it can never be A, it can never be C, B, and it can never be a C.
Ooh.
Right now.
Okay.
Right, but to be fair, we're 7 points off top. But footballing wise, it's a fail. What is considered a fail?
Considering
we're ungraded. We're
into consideration.
Okay, we'll do it like this then.
Including the transfer window. How you look on the pitch.
But then in hindsight, at the time, the transfer window looked decent. I can't lie to you. It looked good. But now you're looking at it and thinking, are these players performing? Amrabat's not performing to the level that he was meant to be playing at.
The funny thing is with Amrabat, you guys wanted to buy him, but you could only loan him because due to your financial
Maybe
issues.
that worked in our favour now.
That could be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Because we want him as you're Moroccan, I'm Egyptian. We want the brother to do good.
Yeah.
But he just... what I was worried with is obviously it's notorious. There's a lot of World Cup, Euro players, so a lot of international tournament
that do
players.
well in them tournament players.
Get their big move, doesn't really pay off. We've seen it in the past, even to the point of Arshavin.
Yeah.
He took the Euros by storm with Russia, came to the Premier League, maybe a first good season, had the memorable 4 goals against Liverpool. We never saw him again.
Yeah.
But with Amrabat, there is still time, but it could be a blessing in disguise.
To be fair, some games he's played better than others. So there are games here where he's come on and he's actually done well. I feel like he's done better when he's come on rather than when he started.
Yeah.
So there's that. Play wise, as in like our play on the pitch is a U. It's ungraded. Yeah, it's ungraded. I don't even want to mark that paper. Yeah.
NA.
Yeah. It's not even applicable. Yeah. You don't even get a mark. Don't even write your name on the test paper. There's that, and then. But considering the injuries, considering everything else, United are a D right now.
A D.
But with potential to turn that into a B.
You heard that here first, ladies and gentlemen.
So the predicted grade, is a B.
Your predicted grade is a B, but you're now averaging at a
because
D.
You can only challenge title challenges can be an A star or A. Yeah. So we're definitely not those. So our top 4 is the next one, which is B. Yeah. So we're a B.
You're a
no.
B.
We're predicted a B.
Predicted grade B.
Yeah, right now you're a D. Yeah, mock test, you got Ds.
So you heard that here first, ladies and gentlemen. Manchester United are graded a double D.
Wow.